You got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 24 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Nice, really nice looking Monday morning. Hope you're doing well. What are you doing anyway? You working? Or did you retire? Are you retired? We have a lot of retirees in our listening audience, don't we?
Yes, we do.
But that doesn't mean they're inactive. They are very active, and they are out there with one of their favorite forms of entertainment, which is radio. Which I think that's the saving grace of radio, is the fact that we still have baby boomers.
Yeah, right.
Right. I don't know if radio will go away eventually, but right now it's still doing strong because of that very fact that we have people who have retired here, and they like to get out and about, and they don't want to sit in front of a TV, but they don't want to be out of touch either. They turn on their radio. Scott Page is on the phone. He's been with us before. He is the president and CEO of the Lifeline program. He's an expert on retirement and financial issues facing seniors and baby boomers, who I guess they're seniors as well. Some of them are.
Yeah.
At least our contemporaries are. He's a contributor to some of the Big East 2020, NBC Nightly News, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Fox Business Network, the Huffington Post, Newsweek, and his book, again, It's Never Too Late, and it's an honor to have him on our little show, AM Ocala Live. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be back.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. Beautiful, sunny, cool Atlanta, Georgia.
Did you retire to Atlanta from somewhere else?
And I have not retired yet. I don't think I'm ever. The word retirement, is an interesting definition, but I don't think I'm ever going to retire. But I did relocate here from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Oh, you went north.
Yes, I went north.
So you went to Fort Lauderdale's. You went to a more metropolitan area.
Yeah, actually, I'm considering coming back south again. It's interesting. I've just discovered the west coast of Florida recently. I've been in Fort Lauderdale for most of my life.
I know what you're saying, because that's the same with us. It's more beautiful than we realized. Yeah. What do you think about Naples, Sarasota, that area?
A little up north. Actually, I'm planning a trip this weekend down to the Rosemary Beach area.
Where's that?
Out north of the Pensacola.
That area. Yes, that is a nice area, yeah.
5-hour drive from Atlanta, so I don't necessarily have to get on an airplane if I don't want to, and I can sort of take my time and make my own schedule and bounce back and forth.
Yeah, right. I echo your sentiments when it comes to the question of retirement. I feel like I don't really want to retire. I don't really need to retire. And if I did retire, I'd probably be like the people I was trying to paint the picture of in the intro, and I wouldn't really be sitting still.
No, I think that's the key to retirement. Research suggests that seniors who remain healthy, happy, use their mind, their body, stay social, eat well, live much longer, healthier, happier lives. And that was part of the point of even writing my book, It's Never Too Late, was to give seniors helpful hints on not only how to enjoy their life and relax a little financially, but really holistically, how to get out there, some tips, some ideas, and to remind them that it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, exactly. And in today's world, you could get, you could have a heart attack this morning, and in 20 years ago that would have killed you. Mm-hmm. But next week you could be out and about and have another 20 years to go.
Absolutely. There's been such great advances in medicine that can really help you live longer, healthier lives. And I always remind myself of my dear friend Betty White. There's a lot of information that Betty has taught me in my book. And she said to me, Scott, old broads like me don't retire. She said, retirement is a state of mind. And as long as I'm capable of getting up every day and working, I'm going to do it. And I encourage all seniors, to first of all, never underestimate their wisdom. As an employer, and also I ran my own firm and running it now for 27 years, when we hire, we look for retired seniors because there's no one who has that type of experience, that type of work ethic, and who's not going to sit on their phone playing on Facebook all day long.
You never know.
So much to contribute. So much to contribute.
And people by the time you reach retirement age, hopefully you have some kind of a nest egg where when you work, it's because you want to work and not because you have to work, because then you've got a lot of stress involved if you have to work.
Yes, and it does. I think seniors, too, can benefit from their skills and be able to translate what they love into revenue. Whether it's you like to grow orchids, or you like to bake, or you like to rummage through antiques and resell them, do what you're good at and the money will follow.
Do you know, I moved here as a kid from New York, but I was back there many, many times, and some of the people I grew up with are now either retiring or thinking of retiring, and they have spent their, the bulk of their work years as commuters, because I grew up on Long Island, so they take the train every single day. They take the train back home every single day, and that's what they want to break away from. They want to get away from that commute. It may not be the job necessarily, so they retire not just from the job, but from that whole. Because that train ride, if it depends on where you live, could be another 4 hours to your 8-hour day. And so it's easily a 12-hour day.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and I think that people underestimate the cost of working. You've got dry cleaning, you've got lunch, you've got gas, you've got transportation, you've got, whatever's going on in the office, pool. You've got all that time that you take away for work, and when you have all that free and you can actually devote it to something you love, it's extremely rewarding.
Yeah.
And
you touch on relationships too. What is your opinion on after a person retires about marriage and divorce? Do you think sometimes that now that people are retired, they have this different kind of an income and they want to go their separate ways?
It's interesting that we are seeing a divorce rate that is increasing in seniors. And, I think when people get together, they stay together for the right reasons, for the children, for the family. And when all that's gone, your senior years really need to be about you and developing relationship to the people you want to be around. I'm a big proponent in cohabitation. Finding groups of people or finding individuals that you really like, you enjoy the same type of social environments, you have the same sort of economic, social activities. You may sell your homes, move into one communal living area, take care of each other. I go back to how the Golden Girls were. There's four
Right.
women that lived together and took care of each other. What a wonderful way to spend your final years on this earth with people that you really know and you really love, and you're with them because you want to be.
So if somebody's been putting into a 401k plan or some other kind of a retirement plan, and they're at 60 or maybe even 65 already, does the information in the book help that person as far as their finances goes?
It gives some tips to how to save money and those types of things. But really, this book was written not primarily to provide financial advice. I didn't want to butt up against Susie Orman and all these, financial gurus. I wanted to give advice to seniors on how to make the most out of their life. A lot of the book also plays heavily on how to save money. I'm a big proponent of pre-planning. I believe anyone that pre-plans for their own funeral is the most generous gift that you can give. I always ask people, I was like, just stop for a second, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine what your funeral would be like. And then start writing it down, and then share it with a loved one. And what you're giving them is the ability to relieve a bunch of stress from you if something happens. And also, it puts them at an advantage when something does happen to you to go into making the final arrangements where you're not emotionally charged, trying to make decisions. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of also studies that show where the funeral home industry is praised upon that. They'd love for someone to come into the door shaken and start using the word respect and saying, to show the most respect for your wife, you should buy this casket, and you need this wake, and you need this vault, and you need this, that, and the other. Whereas if you pre-plan all of that stuff, it makes it so much easier for you and your loved ones.
So it sounds like a good point. Let's take a little break, and we'll be right back. Our guest is Scott Page. The book is called It's Never Too Late, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident this Monday. Times of clouds and sun during the morning hours, then mostly sunny and pleasant in the afternoon with a high of 78 to 82. It'll be mainly clear Monday night and cool, low 51 inland, 59 along the coast. Tuesday will be a nice day with sunshine, high 77 along the coast, 83 inland. For Wednesday, partly sunny, the high 75 at the coast, 80 inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. Let's get rid of those sun damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. It's time to get that new look started. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon, 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. And whether you're going on a job interview or out on a date, your hands do a lot of talking. Manicures are a must. Hello Gorgeous is a full-service salon, so let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Yeah, I'm that drip coming down from the corner of the room. But where did I come from? I'll never tell.
Bone Dry Roofing can and will fix it right the first time using quality materials and will deal honestly and fairly with you, period. You can find Bone Dry Roofing on their website, bonedryroofingllc.com, and Facebook at Bone Dry Roofing LLC. Do it right before your roof needs a tarp to keep the elements out. Bone Dry Roofing stands behind their work to help make your home safe and secure. Plus, they have financing available. Remember, if you're not bone dry, then you're all wet.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Yes, in Italy, sales of pasta are down 25%. But you know what everybody is buying? Sushi. Essentially, researchers are discovering that our self-image gets set in high school, and no matter what happens after that, that's pretty much how we see ourselves for the rest of our lives. Drinking alcohol every day can decrease our body's ability to burn fat by almost 75%. Yikes.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
All right, 12 minutes before 11 o'clock. Let's return to our interview with Scott Page. He's on the phone up in Atlanta, I think he said. It's Never Too Late is the name of the book. I love the title because it really is never too late. You could do anything, right? So I'm guessing some people retire, but they don't call it retirement because what they're really doing is what they really want to do. Maybe all these years they've been doing something they didn't really want to do. And now they're going to paint and sell those paintings, or they're going to, who knows, or write a book and sell those books, you know? So that becomes a job.
It does. And, I think that America is going to rename and put a new definition behind retirement, because it does paint this picture of sitting on a park bench feeding pigeons, and that's not what seniors are doing today. They want to remain active. And another piece of advice I would give to your listeners is understanding how long you have left to live. Getting some idea of your life expectancy is critical. First of all, you should live every day like it's your last. It's a gift. Never have regrets. But understanding how long you live is really easy to do. And I have a website, which is scottpage.com, SCOTTPAGE.com. You can learn a lot more about the books. It's got some helpful tools and resources, but it's got this really cool, fun, and easy-to-use life expectancy calculator that can give you some idea of how much time you have left on this earth.
Oh, really?
And then it gives you helpful hints on what you can do to beat the odds. I think that's the first place where anyone should go when they're considering what to do with the remainder of their life is, how much time do I have left in the remainder of my life?
This might be scary if I take this test. It might say tomorrow, Yossi.
Mine will probably say today.
Well, then go directly to lunch and have a 3-martini lunch.
There you go.
That's it. Live it while you can. Well, one of the people I'd like you to talk to, or one of the groups of people, I should say, are those people who are looking at this area or any area far from what they call home now. But we have them every day. Every day there are people moving here, and they are calling it retirement, and their money is probably okay in most cases. They've got a $1 million home on Long Island or in who knows where in Chicago, and they're coming down here, and that $1 million doesn't have to be spent on a home because you can get a nice home for $150,000 here.
Absolutely, it's one of the areas that I recommend. There's also some on my website. There's plenty of blogs, and one of them I just did was one of the best places to retire. And I can tell you, your listening area in the Villages is one of the top places in the country for seniors to go to retire. It's fun. They remain active. It's a great deal for the money. I advise anyone considering retirement to take a look at the Villages.
But I wanted you to just address the one thing. I know the book is not completely about money, but address that one issue of all of a sudden you have, I don't know, $700,000 in cash that you never had that kind of money in the bank before. You weren't hurting, but you got that. Plus, you got your retirement coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could go through that quicker than you realize.
Yeah.
You could, and anyone that happens to be considering investing something, I recommend a fee-based investor or a fee-based retirement expert or an analyst, for someone to make a recommendation for you. Try to stay away from financial planners who charge a commission, because they're really charging you a commission that's best for them. When you work with a fee-based advisor, they're going to tell you what's best for you, and you're going to know up front what you're paying for that service. So anyone that has a little bit of money to invest, go with a fee-based advisor.
And you have really lived most everything that you're talking about in your book, because you draw on your personal stories.
Absolutely. My wake-up call was of course, that being able to care for my family. My father was a steel worker at Bethlehem Steel, and 2 months after retired, Bethlehem Steel went bankrupt. He lost his health insurance. He lost his pension. He lost everything. And what I learned from that is we didn't have a plan, and we put one into place. And fortunately, I was able to step in and still take care of my parents and love taking care of my parents. It's one of the best things I've ever done in my life. But it's a real wake-up call. And there's other wake-up calls in there, too, just the struggles of what's known as the sandwich generation, where you're stuck in the middle between caring for aging parents and also your children. Some helpful hints on how to deal with that. Specifically, the first I give is tough love on the kids.
Yeah, right.
Send them out and give them a job. I don't care if it's McDonald's. I don't care if it's a valet parking. Go get a job, kid.
Yeah. That valet parking looks like a tough job, too.
Yeah. I can handle that. Well, this book really should be read by people that are in their 40s, because they're going to be looking at this, in maybe 20 years. And sometimes a person gets careless with their finances, and they don't have all the finances they should when they reach retirement age.
Yeah, and actually 40 and above is the demographic for the book, because there's also an interesting section in there which I talk about forgiveness and generosity and spirituality. And it is not a religious book at all by any means, but it really calls upon, we all believe in the higher good. We all are looking up, praying, whether you're a Catholic, whether you're Jewish, whether you're a Buddhist, whatever it is. We all are looking up for spiritual guidance. And, love, generosity, forgiving yourself, excusing yourself for mistakes, rewarding yourself for victories. All those things are very important for the self-esteem.
So what did you do? You said you didn't retire, but you look like you're in good health. You give advice in here about stopping smoking and losing weight if you need to, and that sort of thing. What personal things did you do?
I started diet and exercise and started volunteering. One of my I think one of the most rewarding things I do is during the holidays. I go home. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. And I get a group of my old friends that I've known for the life, and we go and visit the poorest retirement homes that you can imagine. And we dress like Santa Claus, and we go and visit. And we make those trips twice a year. And it's interesting when you get to see people who are really have nothing. They have no family. They have no one. And to go there to brighten up their day for just a few moments, it changes my life. And I think that calls for all generosity. People love to give and to help people. You also have to be in a position, too, if you need help, to be able to ask for it. And I think a lot of seniors are so proud, and, they come from a different era. They don't need help. But if you need help, reach out and ask for someone to help, because it's not only helping you, but the person being generous, it helps them as well.
Yeah.
And that also sits on the realm of the veteran, because they also need help, too. The government doesn't take care of all of their needs.
No, and that's one of the extremely disturbing trend that's going on in this country. Our veterans should be the top priority for all care. And it's difficult when I see a veteran or I pass someone on the street. You always think to yourself, okay, if I give this guy $5, am I helping him? Is he going to go buy drugs, whatever it is? And what I've done is I've caught myself going and buy food. Someone say, I'm hungry, and I'll go in a store and buy him food and bring him back out some food and watch him eat it. So I think, you need to be generous. You need to keep your eyes open, keep your antennas up, but really follow your heart. Your heart is always, and your gut will always lead you in the right direction.
It sounds like good, solid advice. And do you have children?
I do not. I have dogs.
Dogs, okay.
Dogs are like children.
Well, I guess that would be the only part of this we really haven't discussed is when you have children, grown children, then sometimes they come into times in their life where money is an issue, and now you're tempted to bail them out. And what do you say to that?
I have younger siblings and a younger sister who is actually 25 years younger than me. So she's almost as if she is my daughter. And I help her to an extent, but I make sure, I will help anyone who's trying to help themselves. And as long as she complains she can't get a job, it's like, I don't care if you go work retail. I'll help you make your ends meet, but you've got to do something. You got to do something.
That makes sense. Let's see if we can get some information about getting the book. You gave us the website, scottpage.com, and you have some free online retirement tools on the website. I went there just when you talked about it. It's Never Too Late is the title of the book. I have a copy of the book here. Call me if you want the copy that was sent to us. And Scott, any other way we can get the book?
You can also visit Amazon.com or your local Barnes & Noble.
All right. Excellent.
Or actually, what I can do, if you'd like, I can send a few more copies down to you, and you can give them away to your listeners.
Oh, if they arrive in the mail, we will do exactly that.
Fantastic.
Scott, thank you for being on the air with us today, and come back anytime.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Have a great day.
We will be right back.
Cookies, we go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies, we're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
Yes, it's the third annual Ocala's Got Talent with semifinals May 7th and finals May 21st. But you still have time to shine and audition for a slot in the running for your shot in Ocala's Got Talent. Call 595-7100. First place $1,000, second place $500, and third place $250. Audition fee is just $25 and spectators fee is $5. This helps the Heart of Florida Youth Ranch. Call 595-7100 for your chance to shine. Yes, Ocala's Got Talent.
Plans for lunch Sunday?
Moms and dads, have a quality time lunch date with your little one.
Honey Baked Ham and Cafe is going to help.
Each Sunday through Mother's Day, bring your child under 10 to Honey Baked Ham at 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue in Ocala between Best Buy and Regal Cinema.
Your child's meal is free with paying adults. Eat it only.
Honey Baked Ham and Cafe serves only the highest quality food and provides a clean, quiet environment so you can enjoy your time together.
For more information, call 861-0011.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. Trailing in the polls and way behind in delegates, the calls continue for the GOP's John Kasich to drop out of the presidential race.
Both Cruz and Donald Trump are taking aim at Ohio Governor John Kasich. They're saying that he's taking votes from them and should drop out because they say he's got no chance of becoming the nominee. Kasich just happy to ride it out until the convention, telling me he can win if it comes to a floor fight.
Fox's John Roberts. Democrat Bernie Sanders holding a slight edge over Hillary Clinton in Wisconsin. Vladimir Putin, just one of several world leaders leaders being accused of stashing mountains of cash in offshore accounts.
11 million documents leaked from the files of a law firm in Panama, Mossack Fonseca, apparently detailing how rich and powerful people use tax havens to hide their billions. The most high-profile aides to Russian President Vladimir Putin, his office dismissing the link as an effort to discredit him.
Fox's Simon Owen, Fox News, we report, you decide.
This is an announcement for all people who want to take a risk-free challenge to whiten their teeth in 5 minutes. By calling now, you can whiten your teeth in 5 minutes using clinically proven power swabs. This risk-free challenge is for people whose smile has been yellowed by coffee, tea, red wine, or smoking. The Power Swabs 5-minute challenge is available by responding to this advertisement. If lines are busy, try again. Because the Power Swabs 5-minute challenge is exclusive, it's not available in drugstores. Power Swabs was formulated by Dr. Martin Ginniger and whitens teeth with a patented tooth detergent and whitening agent. It's so effective, we challenge you to try it for 5 minutes to see how white your smile could be. Get it risk-free. Dial 1-800-663-0712. That's 1-800-663-0712. Transform your smile into a wow, you look great smile. Dial 1-800-663-0712. That's 1-800-663-0712.
Council. It's time for Farming Ranch headlines of the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. There is more details released by the U.S. Department of Agriculture on the planted acres this coming year for crops. Of course, peanuts was announced it'll be down 9% to 1,476,000 acres. Alabama was down 15%, Florida down 21%, Georgia down 7%. But overall, corn was an increase, up to 93.6 million acres nationwide. That's 6% more than last year. If realized, this will be the highest planted acres planted in the U.S. since 2013 and the third largest planted since 1944. Cotton farmers, believe it or not, would be up to 9.56 million acres nationwide. That's 11% more than last year. Soybean acreage is also estimated at a record high, 82.2 million acres, and that is down less than 1% from last year. Wheat is estimated at 49.6 million acres. That's down 7% from 2015.
As beef and dairy producers, we are committed to producing the safest, highest quality food for folks here in the U.S. and around the world. This is Baxter Black, here to remind you that your Beef Quality Assurance Program plays a big role in leading the way to identifying the best practices, like cattle handling techniques, to produce safe, wholesome beef from pasture to plate. So learn more by visiting bqa.org. Paid for by the Beef Checkoff.
The 55th Annual Peanut Seed Short Course will be held Tuesday of this week. It'll be held at the University of Georgia Tifton Campus Conference Center in Tifton, Georgia. Will be an update on the peanut market forecast, peanut fertility on calcium and boron, an insect update, along with peanut production update, along with the debater spotted wilt virus and leaf spot. This is an update on seed for the southeast of Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body